When did you start playing football?
I began to play football at the age of 5 when my father enrolled me in the neighborhood club, where I lived in northern France near the city of Lille.
C'était dans le nord de la France, près de Lille. Donc j'ai commencé à jouer avec les garçons parce qu'à l'époque il n'y avait pas d'équipe.
I started playing football with the boys because we didn't have a team of girls and I would have to go far to find a girls team.
Jusqu'à l'âge de mes 13 ans. Ensuite j'ai intégré.
When I was 13, I entered Clairefontaine Training Center in Paris, where I remained for 3 years.
Et de là, après mes 3 ans, à l'âge de 17 ans, j'ai 17 ans, 18 ans.
At around 17 or 18, I signed my first professional contract with Olympique Lyon and stayed with them for 9 years. There I learned professionalism. I recently signed a contract with Portland Club in the United States.
Are there any special characteristics or skills required for a female football player? And who was your role model?
I do not think it's comparable in football because the technical features of men differ from women. Comparison is limited only to the titles and championships.
Mais voilà, le football féminin, il est différent dans le sens.
Women's football differs in terms of speed because women are less powerful than men. And therefore we try, especially in France, to concentrate on the technical and artistic play. And the French team is known to play in a great way.
Je pense que l'équipe de France est reconnue pour sa technique et le beau jeu. Donc oui, c'est vrai que après c'est pas comparable. Là, je viens de signer par exemple.
But in the United States, football requires more strength and effort, especially in the diodes. And we try to form our own special approach without comparison with men. My role model in football is the legend Zinedine Zidane. He made me dream about football after his win with France in the '98 World Cup. And now I very much like the Italian player Marco Verratti.
What are the kind of exercises and workouts that you practice as a footballer?
En fait, à chaque jour de la semaine, sa spécificité. Par exemple, le lundi, ça va être souvent de la récupération.
Each day of the week has its own schedule. Monday is for recovery because we often play our matches on Sundays, and Tuesdays will be more technical. Wednesday, we are conducting fitness exercises and working further on our psychological aspects of the competition. And Thursday will be more tactical with the team. Friday is often to rest because it precedes Saturday, and that is the day before a game. So we need more energy and focus on speed and playing in small groups. Sunday is day of match.
Pour la veille de match, etc. Donc c'est bien, c'est des petits sprints, du jeu réduit. Et le dimanche, c'est souvent match. Après, c'est une semaine type. Après, moi, j'ai des petites choses.
This is a typical week, but I have things of my own. As before exercises, I do stretching and strengthen my muscles.
J'ai des petites choses à moi.
What is the reason for your visit to Aspetar?
Déjà, je traîne ma pubalgie depuis près d'un an.
I was injured almost a year ago and I was very upset. And even after conducting tests, they showed some infections and didn't determine the cause of the injury. I also didn't take enough time to take care of the injury. Now at the end of the season with Portland in October, I took the opportunity to come to Aspetar, as it is known for its global reputation and I wanted to meet with the best surgeons and doctors.
Docteur. Donc voilà, la personne qui s'occupe de moi, mon agent, a contacté les responsables d'Aspetar.
My business director contacted the officials at Aspetar, who accepted me immediately, and I was admitted and subjected to the test to determine the kind of injury. I arrived at Doha Airport on Wednesday evening and received the best reception, as I was admitted into one of the hospital rooms to be close to the doctors and other medical staff. On Thursday morning, I had all the tests, including MRI and X-rays, and was taken care of by 4 or 5 experts working on my injury. We then made a decision collectively, as I was also consulted, and decided to have an operation.
On a pris la décision de m'opérer, donc c'est le chirurgien, le docteur.
The operation was performed by the well-known Dr. Mushawak, a female doctor, and that was an important thing because the procedure was conducted in a sensitive part of the body. The operation was successful and the next day I walked a few steps and was able to move easily.
parfait, je pouvais me déplacer quand même. Enfin, tout le monde était aux petits soins avec moi.
They were all around me, caring and trying to help me with maximum effort, and that was fantastic.
Voilà, après j'ai commencé directement, peut-être 3-4 jours après.
3 days after I started exercises with the fitness trainer Barry White. In the morning I do fitness exercises, then I meet the physiotherapist for an hour, as she helps me to strengthen my muscles and cares about me. Often the afternoon is a period to rest, especially as the morning is stressful and exhausting.
L'après-midi c'est souvent repos parce que c'est vrai que c'est très intense le matin, donc ça puise beaucoup dans les réserves. Pour l'instant il n'y a pas vraiment de date définitive en fait.
I do not know when I will return to competition, but the good thing here is I have daily follow-up after my surgery, which is giving me a full program of rehabilitation. I am ready to stay at the hospital any period required in order to return to the field. My goal is to be back after a month or a month and a half, as I am recovering rapidly. The operation was conducted just 2 weeks ago, and I began running on the Alter G machine yesterday. This device can help you run with less than 70% of your body weight. That seems a simple thing, but for me it means a lot. Just 2 weeks after the operation, I wish to touch the ball sometime soon, but we'll wait for the doctor's decision.
Since you are a member of the women French team, where do you position it among the other European teams?
The French women's national team is in the 3rd place in FIFA ranking, but we have not won any major titles so far, and this is what is lacking to prove ourselves. Currently, we are preparing for the Euros at the end of the season and strive to make that our first title. As I always say, we're playing good football, but we lack the titles.
Là, en fin de saison. Donc j'espère que ce sera le premier titre qu'on pourra remporter avec l'équipe de France parce que je pense qu'il y a du niveau et on dit toujours que l'équipe de France joue bien, fait du beau football, mais voilà, à la clé, il nous manque quelque chose.
What is your vision of the development of women's football and what advice would you give to young female players?
Women's football has evolved a lot and has become talked about widely in the media. And it is good to see that the stadium's full of crowds that come to see us. We hope to develop extensively across the world, as female teams do not currently exist in many countries, and I hope that it will become more organized.
Ça se développera dans le monde entier parce que y a encore des pays où il n'y a pas encore de foot féminin et j'espère que par la suite
Female players must have trust in their abilities and their dreams and should not stop practicing because it is not restricted to the men only. Women now can be on the pitch and still preserve their beauty outside the stadium. You do not have to be manly to play football, and women must have the courage to practice the sport.
What do you think of Qatar organizing major sporting events?
When I heard the word Qatar for the first time, I thought it was a desert and does not have anything. But I found the opposite, and it is a fantastic country. I'm always walking around the city in the afternoon and discovering that people are kind and very helpful, and I can walk anywhere, anytime. I have visited Souk Waqif and eaten at many restaurants, and the food is delicious in Qatar. But this is not a good thing for my diet. There are also wonderful hotels. My family came to visit me, and this was an opportunity for us to discover Qatar and its warm weather. Especially now that it's cold in France, I'm lucky to be under the sun.
c'est très bien parce que là j'ai ma famille aussi qui est venue me voir aussi, donc c'est l'occasion pour nous de découvrir le pays et je suis agréablement surprise, surtout qu'en France en ce moment le temps il est pas terrible et ici j'ai vraiment la chance d'être au soleil.
I watched the Qatar versus Russia match, and I think that Qatar has the potential to organize a wonderful World Cup. I have seen a lot of projects, facilities and stadiums suggesting the World Cup Championship will be great here. I believe that participating teams will enjoy their stay in Doha, as it has modern facilities and everything will be ready on time.
Les équipes vont être agréablement surprises par le Qatar parce que y a de quoi faire et je pense qu'il y a du niveau, même si c'est dans quelques années, il y a encore du travail, mais je veux dire, ça va être bien, je pense.
What would you like to say as a final word?
I wish to go back to the pitch stronger than I was, and with all my abilities. I'm taking all my time in the rehabilitation program and not rushing to come back so that I will be more powerful.